What's going on YouTube? Stay for Jay, and I'm back with another video. And this video is, it's Men's Health Month, so I just wanted to come on here and talk a lot about what the guys really don't want to talk about, or talk about our feelings and how we really be feeling, and just uncomfortable conversation. And men's health is important, and I've been battling with mine for a while. Life has been good, but no matter how no matter how good life is, men's health is still a thing out here. No matter how good you're doing, you can still always have your problems. And I want to open up with something that's recently happened. That's it was an obstacle. I had a woman, and the most amazing woman that I ever met, the most caring, intriguing, beautiful woman that I ever met. I thought this woman was my soulmate. That's the woman I love more than anything in the world. Still love her more than anything in the world to this day, and I think she's the most talented, special, beautiful woman that I ever met in my life. To this day, still love her, everything to this day. Still pray for her every single day. Still, ask God to watch over her every single day. And she left me. She still left me, and the reason why is because it was me. And it's not like, hey, you taking all the blame. It ain't like that at all. It ain't like that at all. But she told me to get my act together, you feel me? But I was always trying to be too perfect. I was trying to be too perfect. I was always trying to be, Mr. Unstoppable, Superman all the time. So I used to always act like I ain't dealing with nothing. I don't got no problems. I wasn't being authentic. I was insecure. I had always acted like nothing was ever fazing me, nothing was ever bothering me, or I never opened up about how I was feeling. I ain't never opened up about what was really going on in my life, or I wasn't, and that's draining, that's frustrating to the person you're dealing with, because it comes off as, one, you can't trust them enough to talk to you. I mean, you can't trust them enough to open up about how you feel, but it's also, you got them playing the guessing game about how you feel, and that's frustrating. That's frustrating, and it comes off as you saying, hey, ain't nothing wrong, but then something is, and you coming off as a liar, and that's what I was lying. And my problem was that it wasn't the fact that I wasn't doing enough. My problem was the fact that I was doing way too much. And like I said, because I was trying to be too perfect. I was insecure. I used to always look at what her exes were, what they were doing, and I tried to do the same thing, because it's like I was trying to make her happy, but I was being insecure. I was always trying to compare and do all that kind of stuff, and it affected me a lot, and affected me to the point where, like I said, I started becoming petty and having an ego and all that stuff. And it's like, bro, what am I doing now? Now it makes me sad going and think about it. I'm not sad for the fact that she ended up leaving me, because she had every right to. I wasn't getting my act together. But I'm sad because I look back and I had every chance to change how I was acting in that way, and I didn't. And because of my pride, and because of how I was trying to be over the top and just never relax, and I was never chill, I was never relaxed, I was always hype, I was always doing too much. And I'm a romantic guy, I'm a loving guy, but because of these actions, I always lacked tension and intimacy, and building that strong connection, because I was always too insecure. I was always trying to do too much. I was always trying to, I don't know why. Well, I do know why, because I low-key had abandonment issues. I can admit that. It's all right to come up here and admit your wrongs, man. It's all right, and these were my wrongs, and I understand that. And she left me, and now, I have to watch her be with somebody else. And it hurts. It hurts, but she had every right to because I wasn't getting my act together. I got it together now, but everything's a little too late. And I understand that, and that's okay. That's okay to come over here and be able to admit, hey, man, I lost an amazing woman. You feel me? And I don't know what the future holds, but for right now, I lost an amazing woman because of my actions. And like I said, I ain't never put my hands on nobody or cursed them out. I don't do none of that, or I ain't cheated or nothing like that. But I feel that being over the top, overbearing, and just not listening and trying to be too perfect is just as worse. You don't want to be with somebody who feel like they flaw free. That's going one, it's gonna almost seem like you in a competition all the time, and that's how it was. You feel me? And you don't want to be with nobody like that. And that's what I was doing. And now I have to watch the woman, like I said, that I want to spend the rest of my life with, that I want to marry, that that was my best friend, my everything, be with somebody else because of these. And I understand that. And you gotta, it's a wake up call. It's a wake up call. And fellas, it's okay, like I said, to voice. I want every man that's watching this to understand that it's okay to voice. And it's okay to speak up. Say how you feel. It doesn't make you weak to come up here and talk about how you feel. It doesn't make you weak to talk about how you feel with anybody. It's all right. If you afraid to talk about really how you feel in front of your homeboys, then them not your boys. Because if your boys really love you, they ain't gonna care about they ain't gonna care about you going and you venting to them. They ain't gonna care if you in your feelings and you come in and vent to your boys and they laughing at you, they clowning you and stuff, then they're not your boys. You feel me? I know that as athletes and as we've grown up from our father figures and coaches, we've always been told in sports, like, hey, shake it off, stop that crying shit, all that, and make sure. And of course, being an athlete, you constantly doing stuff over and over, make sure stuff is perfect. That gets in our brain, and we are growing up to we are raised to not worry about emotions, and that's seen as weak. Emotions seen as weak, and it's not, fellas. I want everybody to understand, every guy that's watching this to understand that it's okay to voice how you feel. It's okay to voice how you feel. Listen, fellas, the woman that you are with right now, she's not asking you to be perfect. You can relax. It's all right. It's okay. You can relax. You don't have to be perfect for her. She's not asking for that. Ain't nobody ever gonna be perfect out here. And just be authentic. And that was my problem. I wasn't authentic. I was too much in here. I was in my head too much, trying to do all this and that, not being myself. Now, granted, of course, you want to make positive changes, and you want to alter yourself a little bit, to be better. But I was being like I said, I wasn't natural. I wasn't being natural, and that affected a lot of things that was going on in my relationship. And I own up to it. You got to own up to it, fellas. The first step of getting better is admitting your wrongs and owning up to it. It's okay. Don't blame nobody else. That was my problem. I was always blaming somebody else, but no. Take accountability. Please take accountability. Be able to look yourself in the mirror and say, I messed up. I got to do better. Pray on it. Talk to God about it, man. Talk to God about it. He will help you out. I promise you. If you don't think anybody is listening, he is listening. But I promise you, fellas, you do not have to be perfect out here. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to be in a learning process. It's okay to be down. It's okay to cry. I cry all the time. What? Come on, man. It's all right. There's nothing wrong with admitting it, man. We got to stop thinking that it makes us weak to speak out and to cry and to be emotional. Actually, it makes us even more of a man to do so. It makes us even more of a man to be able to talk and be able to vent and be able to show emotion. That shows that you are a strong man. It takes strength to let things out. It takes strength to talk about it. And knowing what I know now, if I would have known these things in my relationship, I would still be in one. But, you have to learn. It's okay to learn. It's okay to get wake-up calls. Now granted, everybody's watching this. If you're dealing with this now in a relationship, please learn from my mistakes. Okay, learn from my mistakes, please. But still, man, it's okay. We don't have to be perfect all the time. We don't got to be strong all the time. It's okay to have off days. It's okay to vent. It's okay to mess up. It's okay to feel like, things ain't going well. It's all right. This world has tricked us into believing that we can't be that way. And another problem is we blame women for this thing. We blame women for this, and it's not that. We can't blame women for that. These women are not the reason why we are doing these kind of things. We do that a lot. Like I said, the problem from why we do this is our upbringing, from what we are taught by our fathers and our uncles and our coaches and our teachers and our the people that we look up to as we're growing older. Social media has tricked us into believing that women are the problem when it comes to these things, but it's not. It's not. Don't believe none of that. We have got to stop bleeding on people. That's what we do to women, okay? We bleed on women, and they're not even the ones that cut us. They're not the reason that our mental is like that. It's our upbringing. It's how we grew up. It's how we are, manufactured through life. It's not them. And we've got to stop doing that. Like I said, for us to really get our mentals together, we've got to be honest with ourselves. We got to be honest, man. And like I said, the first step is admitting, but also don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to open up and to show emotion and to talk. Don't be afraid to talk. Don't be afraid to go get that therapy, man. It's all right. Ain't nobody gonna laugh at you. And if they do, they're not your peoples. They're not your peoples if they gonna laugh at you. But you gotta vent. You gotta find ways to fix that mental of yours. Like, nobody is perfect. Nobody is perfect. And I'm sure as hell ain't. Not even close. But I am trying to better myself. And where I was 2-3 months ago from where I am now, it's a complete shift because I had to be honest with myself. I had to be honest with a lot of things that I was doing, a lot of things I was messing up at, a lot of things that I was affecting. Regardless if I didn't cheat or done whatever to the woman that I love, I still wasn't right, and I still fear that as just as worse, in my opinion. Because, you still didn't treat nobody right. No matter what that was, you didn't. It's all right to say that. But because of that, my life has done a 180. Because I had to be honest with myself. If you are never honest with yourself, you ain't gonna never get nowhere. That first part, that honesty part, is the hardest part. It's the hardest part. It's the hardest part to get through, being honest with yourself. And it's okay. But now, like I said, from where I was then, where I'm now, I'm a whole nother person. I got to throw that old Jahmai away. And like I said, hey, it was a little too late, but I'm glad that I was still able to do it because now I'm proud of myself. I'm a lot more confident in myself. I'm not comparing. I got a lot more stability and security in my life now. And trying new stuff for the first time. I used to not want to try new stuff because, again, I thought I was too perfect. I used to think I was too perfect to do anything. Party. I missed a lot of high school and college stuff. I thought I was too perfect for that party life. I thought I was too, and that came from just, let's say, my mental just being messed up, man. I hate it. I missed out on a lot because I was too prideful. I was too scared. That's what it was. It was fear. It was fear that I would be judged doing something or messing up or something. That was another thing in my relationships. A lot of times and I love, like I said, I'm a romantic. I'm a gift giver. I'm all 5 of the love languages. If you know me, you feel me. I'm all 5 of the love languages. But at times I would lose my confidence. And it was because of stuff I was going through that I didn't say to my significant other, and it would affect everything. Instead of me just being honest and me just, using my brain, I didn't. I didn't. And it affected a lot. And like I said, now, I have to watch her be with somebody else. And like I said, it's okay to say those things. It's all right. It's all right. You gotta be strong. Be strong. And when I say be strong, I don't mean just sit there and hide. Nah. Being strong is letting that hurt out. Cry if you got to. It's all right. Cry. You a human. You don't gotta be a robot. You don't gotta be a robot. Y'all fellas, y'all don't gotta be robots. All right. Trust me. Being a robot ain't gonna get you nowhere. Be real. Be authentic. Like I said, you were fine messing up. This world, we ain't gonna get nowhere trying to be perfect out here. You ain't gonna get nowhere being perfect. People want you to make mistakes because it shows that you're real. It shows that there's growth. If you are not making mistakes, if you feel like you can't make mistakes, you ain't gonna never grow. That's how people outgrow each other, because somebody's always gonna think they're perfect and they not gonna move. And this other person is making mistakes but constantly growing. We got to get that out of our head that we perfect. That pride, that's not gonna get nobody nowhere. And it's hard, fellas. It's hard to talk about. I know it's hard to talk about. I know it's hard to talk about. I do get it. It sucks. You feel like ain't nobody. One, you feel like people ain't listening. You feel like people ain't gonna take you serious. People gonna judge you. People laugh at you. Let them laugh, bro. Let them laugh, because at the end of the day, it matters what you are doing. It matters how you feel. If you feel like you getting it out, so what, bro? If you got people laughing at you, they don't care. They don't care about you. You need to really evaluate who you hanging with. But it's all right, though. We got to stop. Another thing, we got to stop trying to... It's okay to love. Fellas, I know we all go through something, man. We do. But it's all right to love. There's too many guys out here that ain't loving their females, that they ain't loving their woman. Not because they don't want to, it's because they afraid that the boys gonna judge them, or that's not the right thing to do, or social media, or we too insecure, we too scared that they gonna cheat on us anyway. It ain't like that. We gotta stop letting socials mess with our mentals. It's a beautiful thing to love somebody. I know, because I'm in love with somebody. You feel what I'm saying? No matter all the pain and the hurt that come with it, it's a beautiful thing. And it's all right. It's all right to love. It's all right to want to be with somebody. It's all right to want to build. It's all right to want to marry. It's all right. If that's what you want to do, you do that. Don't let the fear of what somebody may say stop you from doing that. Because at the end of the day, man, this is your life. You got to live it. You got to live it to the fullest. And it's all right to, like I said, it's all right to show emotion. It's all right to care. It's all right. But don't go living your life afraid of commitment, afraid of wanting to be with somebody, afraid of loving, afraid of showing emotion, because you're going to be scared all your life. You're going to be scared. You're going to be looking over your shoulder all your life. It's all right, fellas. I'm telling you. It's okay to show emotion. It's okay to be down bad. It's okay to fall, as long as you get up. What defines a man in adversity, it's not the adversity itself, it's how he gets up from it. That's what defines you as a man. Everybody gonna fall. It matters how many times you get back up. It matters how you getting back up. So again, if you feel like somebody gonna judge you if you crying, so what? Cry. Let it out. That shows strength. That shows that you actually care. It shows that, hey, I want to be better. Want to be better. It's okay to put that pride aside and want to be better, want to grow, want to, be stronger. You feel what I'm saying? And it ain't nothing wrong with wanting to be better. I promise you that. I promise you that. And like I said, take it from me, who's, hey, as I just explained, man, not a bad guy. Not a bad guy, but I let past traumas affect me. Instead of, we've got to attack our traumas. We've got to attack them. If you got something bothering you, attack it. And that may be easier said than done. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little easier said than done, but we have to find the root of our problem. And as men, like I said, the world has taught us that we need to be perfect, or that we need to be strong all the time, that we need to take on all the responsibilities, that we don't. We don't. And if you want to do that, that is fine. If you start feeling a certain way when you're doing that, talk about it. Go to therapy. It's okay to get a therapist as a guy. It's okay. It's okay. Pray about it. Talk about it. It's all right. It's okay. You good. Don't worry about what anybody gonna say. I promise you that. I promise you that. Because all of y'all men are mighty. Y'all are kings. Y'all are blessed. Y'all are great men. And whatever you're going through, you will get through it. Whatever you're going through, it don't matter. You will get through it. Trust me. You are fine. Like I said, to learn. It's all right. Like I said, it's all right, man. I said, some of y'all gonna get it, some of y'all not, and it's all right. You can't get to everybody, but like I said, just keep trying to learn, man. Treat people positively. Be positive out here. Positivity, smiling, that can help your mental a lot. But it's all right though. You feel me? Because like I said, everybody gonna get through it. Talk about how you feel. Ain't nothing wrong. And like I said, whatever woman you with, she with you for you, not because her exes. She don't want you to be her exes. She wants you to be you. That's why she with you, not them. And that's something I had to learn. I still, you feel me? I learned it now. Everything I'm talking about, it took me this while I learned now. And though I may have done the complete 180 and everything different with me. It's too late. I should have done it the first time when I was told. You feel me? Do it right. Y'all good. I promise you. Good. And if you fail, listen, I want y'all to realize something. It's okay to fail. It's okay to mess up. As long as you're trying to be better. As long as you're trying to learn from that failure and you're trying to grow. If you failing and you think, I'm perfect, and I ain't fail, whatever, you're gonna never grow. And that's where you're messing up at. But if you're making mistakes, genuinely making mistakes, I ain't talking about mistakes like you out here cheating and you doing whatever. Come on, fellas. But if you genuinely just making mistakes, trying to do right, make mistakes, everybody gonna make them. You fine. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. It's okay to make mistakes. And you trying to learn from them, don't get down about it because you trying. You're doing your best. That's good. You're fine. I promise you that. I promise you that. It's all right. Because that shows, hey, I'm not perfect, but I'm trying. That releases all that stress on you because it's like, hey, I am genuinely trying to try. You ain't gonna get it perfect all the time. You ain't gonna get it right all the time. Ain't nobody, and that goes for women too. Ain't nobody gonna get it perfect all the time. We are human beings. Don't be a robot. Relax. That's something I had to struggle. I struggle with because, like I said, in my relationship, I was never relaxed. I was never chill. Like I said, that affected my tension with my partner, my intimacy with my partner. Though I was romantic, lovey-dovey, gift giving, doing whatever, that lack of intimacy and tension was the cause of lost attraction. That's something I had to learn. I learned that, yeah. I learned that. And that overall just made everything, not right. So you don't gotta be perfect. You don't gotta be perfect. It's okay to vent, it's okay to be vocal, it's okay to talk. But relax. All right? Relax. Breathe. Take a breath. It's okay to get out. It's okay to breathe. It's okay to take walks. Fellas, it's okay to take walks. Take a walk. Breathe a little bit. I know it's getting a little cold out here now, but still. Don't worry. All right? Don't worry. Everything will be fine. Regardless of what you're going through, it will be fine. I promise you, you're going to make it. You are a king. You are blessed. Whatever you're going through, you're going to get through it. And I hope sharing my personal faults and my personal, things that I did helps you not make the same mistakes. I hope so. But, owning up to my mistakes and, learning these things has helped my life completely change. Helped me learn a lot more about myself, helped me be a lot more driven than I was. Like I said, helped me be more secure and stable a lot than I was. And just overall have a better demeanor and just mindset and just overall just a lot of different things. I promise you, fellas, a lot of you guys do not want to take that first step. And that first step is admitting that you are wrong. Admitting that you are wrong and admitting that, hey, I ain't that nigga. I need to work on a lot of things. Once you do that, that barrier that you've been shielding from progress is gonna break. You're gonna be able to progress so much more forward if you just, hey, I gotta work on myself a little bit. That personal growth is good, man. And whatever past traumas you going through, I pray you get through them. Because that past trauma shit is hard, bro. It ain't easy. We go through a lot when we grow up. And that's the same thing for women too. Everybody goes through a lot when they grow up. I don't care how rich anybody is. Everybody goes through something a lot when they grow up. Ain't nobody had a perfect life. And fellas, you gotta realize that, like, hey, we gonna go through it. But like I said, God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. Your life hard, you strong. God know you strong, but he also know you're gonna get through all that. He know you're gonna get through all that. So don't worry about it. He gave you that for a reason because he already know you're gonna get through it. It's easier said than done, but get through it. Get through it because God already got your whole plan written for you. He already do. He already got it written for you. It's already laid out, mapped out. He said, once you get through this, once you show like, hey, I am the king, I am mighty, you good. Same thing for y'all queens out there. Same thing. God got a plan for y'all. He got a whole plan mapped out for y'all. Whatever y'all dealing with, whatever you struggling with, God already know. He already done said, hey, once you done with this, you set sail for life. You good. So don't worry about it. Fellas, don't worry about it. You're fine. Open up. Talk. Talk about the hard stuff. Talk about the uncomfortable stuff. Don't look at social media what everybody else got. Listen, mental health don't got it hit everybody. It hit everybody. It don't matter how good you're doing in life, how bad you're doing in life, what you look like, what you dress like. Nothing. Everyone gets it. Everyone has problems with their mental. It's a natural human thing. And if they say they don't, they're not being honest with themselves. And they probably think they all whatever. And that's how I was. I was thinking, oh, whatever. Nah, it ain't like that. So talk about it. Talk. Be honest. Open. Have empathy. Look at both sides. I promise you, getting over these helps you 100 times more than just sitting in the room and just thinking, I ain't do nothing. I ain't never do nothing. I'm it ain't like that, bro. I promise you. I promise you that. Be honest with yourself. That will help your mental 100 times more. And stop feeling like you, my guys, have got to always carry the heaviest burden. You don't. You don't always gotta always carry. If you strong enough, do it. If you strong, more power to you. But my guys that are struggling, it's all right to struggle. It's all right to feel like things are heavy, that things are weighing you down. Talk to somebody about it. Don't take the easy ways out. Don't take the easy way out. The hard way is talking to people about it, opening up, being emotional. Because we don't want to do that, but you got to, because that releases all that stuff out of you. It's going to make you feel better. It may not feel like it then, but later down the line it will. So talk about it. Talk about how you feel. Let that pride shit go. Let it go. It ain't going to get that pride. That ain't going to get you nowhere, I promise you. Like I said, fellas, it's okay to love. It's okay to laugh. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be emotional. That means you were strong. And all of you, my guys, are strong. Y'all are strong, man. Y'all are kings. Y'all are mighty. And y'all will be triumphant over any situation that you are dealing with. I promise you that. But I appreciate y'all listening. If you got to this point, I know it's a long video, but I appreciate y'all listening, and I appreciate just listening to my story. But yeah, without further ado, man, I'll holler at y'all in the next video. Peace out. I know I just ended the video, but I just want to say a little extra. I am truly sorry for anyone that I've affected with my mental health. I know that I've made a lot of mistakes, and I know that I haven't been, the perfect guy. But nobody's supposed to be, but you know what I mean. So I truly am sorry. I promise I'm doing everything I can to fix and change that narrative about me. But I am sorry. And I know a lot of damage has been done, but I never meant to be any kind of way, so I am sorry. I really am. Genuinely, and I'm working my tail off every day, working every day, trying to be a better man. Trying to, take accountability and help and just work on my confidence. And it took a lot of confidence and strength to be able to come on here and do this video. So I am sorry. And a lot of things are changing within me. A lot of things are shifting within me. I can promise you that. Promise you that. And I just hope that the people that I have affected, the woman that I love that I have affected, I just hope that one day, it ain't gonna be a tomorrow process, but I hope one day that y'all see me a lot differently. It's a whole new person, God willing. So yeah, I really hope so. But I appreciate you watching this video, and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. Peace out.